أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. You have already heard, in fact, among the galaxies of people who are sitting here, the Vice Chancellor, General Suri, and of course, Kumar Tahir, and all the ministry. And you are, in fact, representing the youth of this country. And those who are online, obviously, they are also watching it. Basically, I was hearing all these celebrations and beautiful celebrations. I was really impressed. I'll just direct upon one thing. Youth all over the world, they have to be competitive. They have to compete in their life. They have to have a vision. Because without vision, you really can't move forward. You can't take the next step towards your life. So vision is one thing which one has to really have for oneself. The vision has to be there for the organization. The vision has to be there for the country. Based on that structure, then you obviously plan your all what you want to do, the planning, and then the goals, of course. So vision, goals, planning, and that's how you achieve individual basis as well as collective basis. So that's why, in fact, the poet has also said, कि मैं ऐसे शख्स को जिंदों में क्या शुमार करूं जो सोचता भी नहीं, ख्वाब देखता भी नहीं. So we have to do that. We are living in an ecosystem. We are living in such an atmosphere of the world where we are competing with the people sitting, the students, about 5,000 students in Greenwich University. They are competing with the students sitting in Japan virtually, sitting in US, Australia, Germany, France, whatever places. So if we want to excel as a nation, we have to really bring our capacity to the level where we are able to compete. And if we are competing with each other here, as you heard Ms. Alia, right? That's, of course, that would give you some feeling of solace. But the actual competition is that you come up to the mark where the world competition is there. That's how you will be able to improve your image. You will be able to excel the image of the country, and you will be able to produce something. Unfortunately, people of my generation has really not been able to make that contribution. If they had been able to make that contribution today, we would have been in a better environment, socio-economic environment. And socio-economic environment is a thriving factor for any society. And it gives the opportunities and environment and the facilities where the youth can. But at the same time, progress in their life, for themselves, for their family, for their country, for the city, they traverse through in all the environments. I've seen people making excuses. You just heard about a car of the 2003 model. That's true. In fact, you can traverse through in any kind of environment. We are faced with the challenges of fifth generation war, and that's what your topic is. You've been confronted, you've been bombarded with so many information. It becomes so hard for you to really filter out what is right and what is wrong. But you have to develop that capacity to at least be able to verify that. Now we are confronted not only in one direction, we are confronted from multiple directions. We're being attacked from multiple directions. Maybe our neighbors, maybe those people who really do not want us to be that strong. And what is the best strength at the moment we have in this country? What are those institutions? Of course, all our institutions are working, but some of the institutions are still maintaining their standard. Par excellence is a standard, and that is the Armed Forces of Pakistan. And Armed Forces of Pakistan is that jewel with you that you have to protect, because that is your protection in turn. And currently what I see, once I find about 250,000 tweets maligning the armed forces. Now it's like very simple. In your own house, if you start breaking the security system of your own house, you are vulnerable. So the world wants that you are the nuclear power. You are an Islamic country who really matter. But then, and you are the Islamic country, entire OIC members, they look up to you once it comes to vulnerability. You are the one who can protect the vulnerability of that. And unfortunately, what I find now is for political gains, we have started maligning our judiciary, we started maligning our other organizations, more importantly, armed forces. Now, what is armed forces? Every time you buy anything, you pay your taxes, and from those taxes, we are maintaining all our organizations like armed forces. And if we weaken them up, in turn, we are weakening ourselves. So the fifth generation war basically is the best weapon for those enemies, visible and non-visible enemies, and I could speak for hours on that, who really don't want to fight with you. They can create problems from within. And I'm reminded of Indian channels, Major Buraya or someone, they said, no, we don't want to really fight with Pakistan. Pakistanis, through their social media, they are damaging themselves so much that they are just creating mistrust between their organization, between their armed forces and the people. So if you try and pitch them with each other, in fact, you are fighting with yourself. I'll leave that point over there. And I would only say that we have to think about the nation. We have to think that how can we accept. We understand. I share the sentiments of the youth. In the current environment, because of a variety of factors, because of the governance, because of the political system, because of so many things. But if you start thinking about all the negatives, then you will not be able to progress, and then you will try and hide behind those negative factors. Right? So instead of having that, the next person वो क्या कर रहा है? एकदम मैं अगर ठीक नहीं कर रहा हूँ तो वो भी खराब है और मैं इस वजह से ये काम आगे नहीं कर सकता हूँ. और मेरे लिए मेरे वालिदैन ने जो है 2003 की गाड़ी ली हुई है, उसने 2023 की गाड़ी क्यों नहीं ली है, 22 की क्यों नहीं ली है, तो मैं कैसे पढ़ सकता हूँ? मेरे पास वो सहूलत नहीं है, मेरे कमरे में एयर कंडीशन नहीं है, वगैरह वगैरह. तो ये अगर इस चीज़ के पीछे छुपते रहे तो फिर तो कहीं के भी नहीं रहेंगे. तो लिहाजा वो कहते हैं ना कि दिल में मेरे अंदेश आए फरदा की चलन है और वो फूल की आगोश में शबनम तो मुझे क्या. दूसरा क्या करता है, दूसरे के पास क्या करे. वो फूल की आगोश में शबनम तो मुझे क्या और तन्हा ही निकल जाऊंगा मैं जाने बेमंजिल. होने लगी आवाज़ें जरस कम तो मुझे क्या. आप खुद तो आगे चले ना, खुद आप अपना एक महवर बनाएं, एक तरीक़ाकार बनाएं, and then collectively we become the nation, and we become the nation which can progress. We are the nation, we are the sixth biggest population, 120 million youth in this country. I tell you, we have all the four weathers, we have all the crops, we have everything, minerals, mines, gold, everything with us. It's you. Now it has to go in your hands, and you can really progress. So we should go towards the positivity of the life instead of life. Thank you very much.